To a world that I feel is broken, to the minds that I feel won't open. And how can I speak life when all I see is death? Yeah, and all I see is strife. Yeah, I'll tell them, look into their eyes, listen to their cries, voices speak demise. Tear down these walls. Well, this can't go on forever. Something's gotta give. Burn down and relearn. But we won't be here forever. Something's gotta change right now. Right now. Right now. Right.
Welcome everybody to the second edition of Change the System Wrestling. I am your host as always, Phoenix. It's great to be back right here in Blackpool, England for Change the System Wrestling. We had a great first show, a great opening showcase. And we're just going to keep the momentum going because we're starting out strong. It's a TV championship match as Ray Lethal makes his first defense against Karan Cook. And let's bring out the challenger now. Making his way down to the ring, being accompanied by Royal Republic. He is the Kingpin, Karan Cook. Of course, Karan Cook most recently coming up just short against Shimatsu on the Shimatsu Fight Night. Can he pick up the momentum here tonight? Can he finally claim a CTSW victory and in turn become the TV champion? So Ray Lethal crowned the inaugural champion back in the first show in the main event 10-man battle royal, which Karan Cook was also a part of. However, it was not a good time for Cook or his friend back there in Xavier Perry. Both men tried their hardest to claim gold for the Royal Republic, but in the end, it was an unsuccessful attempt, as Ray Lethal would go against all the odds and throw every other man in his way over that top rope. Karan needs to have a different attitude here tonight. He needs to be prepared to go through war. I mean, the battle with Shimatsu was brutal. Hopefully he's had the time to fully recover and pick himself back up. This is not what Cook is used to. He's used to the easy challenges, the easy opponents. At least in the early goings. Of course, he's used to the difficult challenges, but again, even in them tough situations, sometimes he's able to pick up the win, but sometimes there will be a slip-up here or there which stops all the momentum of Cook. He has his boys was in this time though. Will this change the outcome? As now we bring out the champion. And making his way down to the ring, representing the Black Rose Syndicate. He is the current CTSW TV champion. It is none other than the Gold Grill Menace, Ray Lethal. Of course, we already said it. 10-man battle royal in the main event of the first show. Ray Lethal entered at number 3, tossed out 5 people, which of course led to him winning that title, which he holds up proudly in the air now. And now he finds himself defending that title for the very first time. Nerves have to be high. You never want to enter your first defense with a chance of losing. You don't want that embarrassment. You don't want that shadow lurking over you for the rest of the time. And there you see the Kingpin. Karan Cook looking to claim gold, looking to pick up where he's left off in every other company he's ever stepped foot in. Looking to finally claim that victory. But there's his opponent, the champion. The first ever and only current champion in CTSW. The Gold Grill Menace. Ray Lethal. That's what they're fighting for right there. That beautiful TV championship. As Ray Lethal hands the strap off to the official. As we get ready to kickstart the second episode of CTSW. The ref holds the gold up high. There's Cook. There's Lethal. The referee rings the bell and off we go. Episode 2 has started. Ray Lethal tries to get some strikes in on the early going, maybe noticing that that's a weakness in Karan Cook after the match with Shimatsu. Ray Lethal and Cook equal there. This little taunt session between each other. Gonna trade some shots. Ray Lethal taunting away in the face of Cook. Cook with some strikes of his own now. Tells Lethal to bring it on, who does a double-handed chop. And Cook went down, spear by the big man. And Lethal, side slam now. Cook goes down, early cover for Ray Lethal. Going to try and get the job done. One and a kick out by Cook. Not so fast. Cook though with a kip up. Tells Ray Lethal to bring it. Lethal off the ropes and just a boot to the side of the face, just pushing Cook down to the mat. Now back up on his feet. Lethal again. Both men trying to get the better of each other. Karan is a huge clothesline. Lethal went down. Facebuster knee smash. And a huge lariat to the back of the neck. Lethal has been dropped. Cook getting some momentum now. Lethal. Oh, send it to the referee. Ref in the way. But Lethal gets just tossed around the ring by Cook. Insane strength. Rope break there for Ray Lethal. It's Cook. A bit mad at the referee there for getting in the way. And Ray Lethal are going to take Cook down. Now Lethal off the ropes. Big splash. Comes crashing down hard across the body of Karan. Back up to his feet now though. Now sent into the corner that he wanted Lethal in. Corner shoulder thrust. And then an overhead belly to Karan Cook. Lethal's feeling himself here now. Gonna stomp away at the chest. Now Cook back up to his feet. Sent into another corner now. Lethal. Huge overhand chop. Is working on the chest of Karan Cook. But Karan's back up. Lethal telling him to show him everything he's got. Down goes, and he's trying to get in a submission here. Will Lethal submit here to Karan Cook? Will we have a new champion? Lethal's in danger, but no. Gonna throw some punches, and Lethal's free. Wait a minute, Ray Lethal. Now we're gonna work on the arm of Cook. Gonna lock in a submission of his own. Trading back and forth, trying to get the better of each man. Karan is in danger here. Of course, he passed out against Shimatsu. Karan knows the pain that submissions can deal. Facebuster knee smash for a second time. But he's not letting Lethal fall. Instead, hits the Russian leg sweep for a bit of extra impact there. Lethal, though, still fighting back. but still taunting away in the face of Cook. Lethal is as confident as ever, and he has had time to rest and recover. Cook went through a war, and Cook's going to go for a cover here. One, but a kick out at a late one still. Now I'm going to work on the arm of Lethal. Going to try to stop some of that power, which is not a bad strategy one bit. Now Lethal off the ropes. Karan Cook swinging neck breaker. Connects. But he's not done. Going to stomp away on the leg. Cook looking good here. This is what he needed against Shimatsu, but he just couldn't really quite get it. Military press spine buster. But he's not finished. He's picking Lethal up. Wait a minute. The running. Power slam connects for Cook. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2.5 by Lethal. We had almost had a new champion. So close for Karan Cook. So close to becoming TV champion. But Ray Lethal, too resilient there. Manages to fight out. Lethal now back in the matchup, reversing Cook's offense. Lethal going to the middle rope. Wait a minute. Splash from the middle rope. From the big boy and Ray Lethal. Now Cook getting dragged to the ropes. What's Ray thinking here? Oh God. Off the ropes, deflecting it. Pounce! Cook is sent flying to the other side of the ring by Ray Lethal and runs in with a senton now. And Lethal gonna get Cook up. Powerbomb position. Oh God, and Cook getting sent to the outside, getting sent straight to the Royal Republic Scum City limits. Lethal sending a message that he ain't scared of anyone. He ain't afraid if it's a 3-on-1. Lethal is just going to approach Scum City. And Lethal going to take down I think that's Xavier Perry there. And now Lethal clothesline to Cook. But he's held on. He's got the wrist trapped. Another one. Xavier Perry trying to get it in the face of Ray Lethal. Has to be careful though. He doesn't want to get Cook disqualified here because the title cannot change hands via disqualification. Only by pinfall or submission. Karan Cook back in the ring. Roll up there. The 1, 2. Kick out at 2 by Lethal. Cook trying anything he can do there. And Cook going to fire some strikes back. A huge right hand. Ray Lethal falls. And Karan Cook now going to throw around Ray Lethal like he's nothing. Karan constantly holds up in another European suplex. Into the cover now. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 there though by Ray Lethal. As Cook just slams Lethal into the corner. Now some beautiful knee strikes. And Karan Cook now running off the ropes and a knee strike right across the jaw, catching Ray Lethal flush in the corner. Cook lifts up Lethal. And now lifting it up, but no, Ray Lethal using his weight to his advantage there. And now Cook, wait a minute. Ray Lethal, electric chair, spinning, sits out, powerbomb, cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 though by Karan. The challenger not over just yet. Ray Lethal sit outside slam. And now military press by Lethal into the uppercut. Cook goes down. Lethal picks him back up to his feet. A huge overhead belly to belly. But Cook's back up. Turning away in the face of Lethal, who delivers a huge spear. Lethal in the corner. Cook running in with a drop kick. Now rebounding out the other corner and another drop kick. Lethal is down. Cook lifts Lethal up to his feet. Tour of the Islands connects for Cook. He's going to go for a cover now. One. But a kick out at one by Ray. Still has a lot of fight in him. Cook, trying to deliver a backhand there, but Ray Lethal stopped in his tracks. Trying to outsmart Cook. Off the ropes. Up. Military press. Into the power slam by Ray Lethal. Oh no, wait a minute. Lethal gonna climb to the top rope. Diving splash. Cover by Lethal. 1, 2. Kick out at 2.5 by the challenger. What more can Ray Lethal do? What more can Karan do? There's Ray Lethal. Got Karan up for a suplex, but Karan slides it from the back. And a German suplex now. There's Karan. Cook. Military press. Spinebuster again. Signature maneuver. Cover by Cook. 1 to become new champion. Kick out at 2.5 again though. By Ray Lethal. Karan Cook now. Top rope. Diving frog splash. But Lethal got their knees up. And wait a minute. Lethal drops down Cook. Cover. 1, 2. That's kick out by Cook at 2. Ray Lethal cannot believe it. Oh god, Ray's gone after the ref. Military press uppercut. Referee is fine. But Lethal is pissed. I mean, I would be as well if that happened to me. Did not expect Karan Cook to kick out from that one. Spinebuster by Lethal. Cover. 1, 2. Kick it at 2 again by the Kingpin. Dragon screw there by Cook. Back into this matchup now though. Gonna throw some strikes by Lethal. Sending Cook to the outside now. What does Lethal have in mind for Karan? Slamming him onto the apron, the hardest part of the ring. That is never going to feel good as Lethal. He's going to chase her around. Scum C hits a spear on one and a bulldog on Desmond. Clothesline there by Cook though. Not going to let his boys get played around with by Lethal. Trying to be a one-man wrecking crew here. It's a huge powerbomb on the outside. Cook resetting the count. Knows he can't win the title by countout. But Lethal still fighting in this matchup. Ray Lethal. He's got Karan Cook up. Drops him down with the pop-up cutter. Face first went Cook. As Ray Lethal taunts away. Right in the face of Cook. He can't quite reach him. That is Ray Lethal doing Ray Lethal things. Oh god. Jesus Christ. Karan grabbed him from the disrespect and pulled him to the outside over the top rope. Karan is not dealing with Ray's shit. Wait a minute, Karan Cook. Top rope. That's a long way to jump. Will Karan make it? Diving clothesline. Goes for the cover now. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 again by the champion. This match has gone on for a while now. These two definitely have to be running low on their limits. Big boot and Lethal is sent flying to the outside. Karan, powerbomb, but no, Ray Lethal, just too strong. And Lethal gonna go after Desmond Perry again. But Cook having none of it. So instead, Lethal, he's just gonna grab Karan. Powerbomb on the steel railing, dear God. As he taunts in the face of Xavier Perry. Karan back in the ring now, Lethal lifting him up. Oh God. Electric chair, but wait a minute, Cook fighting out. Fighting free. Roll up again by Cook. 1, 2. Kick out though again by Lethal. Lethal lifted up. Oh, and Cook drops him down face first. The way Lethal landed there. But a kick out still by the champ. How on earth is Ray Lethal still in this matchup? Lethal placed on the ropes. Karan Cook hanging him up to dry on the top rope. Gonna dig some knees into the skull of Lethal. Lethal might be out there. Taking a lot of punishment. I think more than he was expecting considering what Cook has been through. And oh God, now it's Ray just placed onto the steel railing. And that's never going to feel good. He's going to go for another powerbomb, but no. Lethal still not allowing it to happen. Still too strong for Cook. Back in the ring is Lethal. And wait, pop up, Samoan drop by Lethal. Cover by the champion. 1, 2, 3. Ray Lethal retains his gold in one hell of a matchup. What a damn fight between these two men. Karan gave it his all, but in the end, Ray Lethal was just too strong, too resilient. And in the end, he managed to retain his CTSW TV Championship. He keeps that title with the Black Rose. And some yams. My partner's got chillin' at the motherfucking crib. I just dumped out a whole bunch of fried deals. We let the man celebrate after his first successful title defense. I'm sure there'll be more to come in the future. But congratulations to Ray Lethal, and we will see you in the next matchup. That nigga need more.
You know what? I've been letting this sit and stew inside my mind for quite some time. You see, the Assassin, yeah, we had a good match. We set the bar. We opened the show and we brought eyes to that promotion. We brought eyes to that brand. We were the most talked about match on that card. And we didn't have to jump up our own arse to do it. We just beat the living shit clean out of each other. But then I was disappointed. You're straight on the social media. You're supposed to be a veteran, an example to people in this sport, and you're on social media like you just won the war. Like, oh, I beat Vetty. I'm sitting on my throne. You fucking stupid. Do you have any idea who you're talking to? I am relentless. I don't stop till I make you want to stop. I won't leave you alone. I won't stop until I spill your blood, until I make you submit, until I make you yield to the fact that there can only be one king of CTSW, and that is the Cruel King. So you sit there and you clickety-clack on those keys and you enjoy your 15 minutes. Because listen to that. That's the clock ticking, pal. And soon, it's going to be me. And it's going to be you. And this time, you will not get off that easy.
They were the words of the cruel King Marco Vetti speaking on his loss from the first episode against the Assassin. But we move straight into a city heist ladder match qualifying contest, as Marty Morton will take on Kojima Goya. Marty Morton, of course, competed in the 10-man Rumble, the 10-man Battle Royal, from the first episode where he was unsuccessful in his attempts. Of course, Ray Lethal, the champion we just saw in the opening contest, defending that strap for the first time. Marty gonna try gaining himself another opportunity here. Gonna try head towards City Heist. Gonna try fight in that ladder match where the winner of that briefcase can cash in on the world champion anytime, any place. So all Marty needs to do is put down Kojima here, head to that ladder match and unhook that briefcase, and he could have a world title with his name on it. Marty been doing this for a while. He's used to the bigger opportunities. He's used to being in these situations. Not so much can be said for this man. Kojima Goya, another representative of the Black Rose Syndicate. Young face, fresh face. Looking to pick up opportunities, looking to make his name known, as all the young stars do. Kojima Goya is here and change the system wrestling. It's gonna be one hell of an attempt though. Marty Morton is not an easy opponent to face. He is not a simple he's not someone you can just casually put down without giving it a second thought. Marty is a threat to anybody inside that ring. And if you say otherwise, then you're a fool. Marty's made it known. He's made it his career, using that strength to his advantage, but also using that speed when it's necessary. Kojima is in for one hell of a tough matchup. Could be a major upset though if he does manage to put Marty down, but that is not something that usually happens. It is not something that can happen overnight. But let's not waste any more time, shall we? There you see Marty Morton, the Man of Steel. And there's Kojima Goya. The referee rings that bell, and here we go, the second contest. Kojima trying to go for that discus elbow, but Marty just too fast. Kojima doing another shot, but Marty just gonna take it again. Way more of a veteran than Kojima is. Jesus. Marty Morton punching Kojima daft, but there's a huge knee by Kojima. Not gonna let Marty Morton disrespect him that way. Clothesline though by the Man of Steel. Both men trying to see where each other's at. Jesus, huge clothesline by Kojima takes Marty down. Kojima, I don't know how smart that is. German suplex by Marty Morton. But Kojima's right back up, but he tried to taunt again. Marty hit a clothesline and Kojima rolled. Kojima, I think he's lost the plot here. There's maybe too bright lights for Kojima. Huge big boot by Marty Morton. Now gonna pummel in the face a little bit of Kojima. Lift the young star up. Kojima super kick though. Marty Morton's down. Gonna go straight into a standing moonsault. Straight into the cover now. But late two by Marty. Nowhere near enough to keep the Man of Steel down. Huge knee while the wrists are trapped by Kojima. And Marty right into the corner. Kojima has him where he wants him. Double knees! Shotgun knees. Marty seated now in the corner. Kojima gonna get a bit of offense in here now off the ropes. Using the knee again. Colliding with the side of the skull of Marty Morton. Gonna go straight to the top rope now. Marty may not know where he is. Diving double foot stomp. Caving in the body of Marty. And Kojima's feeling it. Gonna use a lot of that speed to his advantage, which is what he should do against an opponent like Marty. It's all a learning curve for Kojima here tonight. As Marty Morton, tried to get back into it, but again, Kojima, that bicycle knee, using it to his advantage. It's done well for him already so far, but there's only so much knees can do. Sooner or later, Marty's going to realise that that's his big pile of offense, and he's going to learn to reverse them. As Marty Morton's huge drop kick to the back of the neck of Kojima Goya. Just a kick right to the midsection. Marty wants that opportunity at City Heist. He wants a chance to fight for that briefcase. Marty Morton has Kojima up and drops him down with a power slam. And Marty again going to work around the face of Kojima, just pummel it in with a few punches. Welcoming Kojima to CTSW as he now gets thrown into the corner and uppercut by the Man of Steel. Kojima not really where Marty wanted him there, but just a strike to the back of the head and Kojima goes down. Marty's just too strong, too powerful for Kojima. As he's now just getting carried around like a child and gets slammed down again by Marty, who's going to dig them elbows right into the chest of Kojima Goya. Marty using all that power advantage to good use. Showing Kojima what he's all about. He's cross-legged now. Up goes Kojima and down with a suplex there by the Man of Steel. And he's feeling it here tonight. He wants to go to City Heist. He wants a chance to fight for that briefcase. As Kojima gonna get Marty up with patella drop brainbuster. Kojima again using them knees in every way that he can. Off the ropes, Kojima. I don't know what Kojima's doing, but it wasn't working out in his favor. Kojima really still green in the ring. Marty Morton takes advantage. As Marty Morton gonna choke out Kojima Goya, lifting the kid back up to his feet. Marty trapped in a clothesline by the Man of Steel, straight into the cover now. Is this it? Just kick out at 2 by Kojima, still in the matchup, still showing some heart. But I don't know if that heart will be enough to put down Marty Morton, but we will see. Surprises can happen in this industry. But this one may not be a possibility. Marty Morton may just be too powerful, too advanced, too experienced. Right in the face of Kojima, does manage to move out of the way there, but Marty straight in with these punches. Not going to let Kojima get out of it. Not going to let Kojima have a chance to breathe. Up goes Marty, down. Catches him with an elbow there, that's a cover by Kojima, 1. Jeez. Marty Morton having none of it. The man kicked out at 1 from what I believe to have been a signature maneuver. There's Kojima, wait a minute, gonna set up in that corner. And never mind, he's gonna climb the top rope, just waking up Marty Morton to his feet. Diving drop kick takes Marty Morton down. And Kojima, again taunting. Trying to showboat a bit more. Try and get the fans behind him, trying to get him to know his name. And again, another huge knee strike. Catches Marty Morton on the jaw. Kojima again tried to use that left knee, but Marty saw it coming, managed to trip Kojima up. Capture suplex by Marty Morton, straight into the cover now. 1, 2, kick out at 2 by Kojima. As Marty Morton gonna lift him up to his feet. Gonna drag him to the ropes, and what's Marty thinking here? He's gonna go up, slingshot, suplex by Mr. Morton. Using every bit of strength that he can. Gonna show that Kojima is nowhere near ready to face someone like Marty Morton and have a chance at winning. Powerbomb position, and Jesus. Just throws him backwards, landing face first as Kojima. Cover now by Marty Morton. Gonna kick out at 2 by Kojima. Trying to make the Black Rose Syndicate proud. Of course, Ray Lethal picked up the win in the opener. Kojima over the top into a small package. Wait a minute, this is what we mean by upsets. 2! But a kick out by Marty Morton. Elbow by Kojima, dodged by Marty. There's an arm drag. Now Marty tried to strike Kojima down. Hurricane Rana now though. Because as I was saying, yeah, Ray Lethal, of course, a member of the Black Rose Syndicate, retaining his TV title earlier on. Kojima trying to advance to City Highs, trying to make his ticket. I mean, hell, what an upset this would be if he picked up not only the win against Marty, but if he's somehow able to win that ladder match. That would be one of the biggest upsets we would ever see in CTSW history. Standing moonsault by Kojima into the cover. Marty too resilient though. Too durable. It's going to take a lot to keep the man down. As he again fighting back with the elbows. Grabbed the kid and full on tossed him into the corner. Did Marty Morton. Now Kojima is down. Marty's going to stomp away at the midsection of Kojima Goya. Arm trapped. Drops the knee right on the arm. As he's been toying with him a little bit here. From what it seems, Marty runs in huge uppercut to Kojima, and just a strike to the back of the neck makes Kojima fall once again. And this is what I mean, Marty trying to test the waters, try and see what Kojima can truly do. Trying to see what the young upstart can actually do against someone like himself. Kojima's put up a bit of a fight though, I'll give him this. He's thrown a lot of knees, and hell, a lot more of them, and he could get the job done. Just needs a little bit more power behind them. I think that's his issue. But again, that's something he'll pick up with time. The longer he spends in the ring, the more experienced you get. Morton gets tripped up there, and he landed on the ropes there. Not a great landing for Martin. Kojima super kick. The Man of Steel falls. Kojima using all the strikes to his advantage that he can. Now Marty Morton. Kojima, oh wait a minute, Kojima in the corner. Wait a minute, Kojima. There's a huge rocket kick. Finishing maneuver by Kojima, cover. 2. Not enough for Kojima, the Man of Steel. Only just gets a shot up. Kojima though goes for another cover. He thinks that was it. He thinks the ref made a mistake there. Maybe no. Marty still gets the shoulder up at 2. Kojima coming very close. They're going to go for it for a 3rd time. But not even a full 2 count that time for Kojima. Marty Morton. Up, and there's the spear by Marty Morton. Cutting Kojima in half. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Marty Morton advances to City Heist to fight for that briefcase in that ladder match. Good attempt by Kojima, but that little mistake at the end, going for triple pins, was all it took for Marty Morton to spring right back into action, get that life back, to hit that final finishing blow, which is that spear. Congratulations to Marty Morton. Your ticket is paved for City Heist now. Your next goal is that ladder match. It's gonna be tough for a man like Marty to climb a ladder as quick as he needs to in order to win that briefcase, but hell, I've seen Marty do some incredible things. So if anyone can believe in the man, if anyone can believe he can climb the ladder like a cruiserweight, then trust me, I believe in Marty. Congratulations to the Man of Steel once again, as we will see you in the main event.
Yes, Marco. I do hear the clock ticking. You know, time itself is quite the complex construct. It gives us an understanding of how long something has happened, how much is needed to complete an objective, or how much longer we have in doing the things we want to do in the short span of time we have that's known as the game of life. But this life we live, Marco, isn't a simple follow our own path and pick up relics to symbolize our accomplishments now. This life is ever-changing, where obstacles can block the simple path and cost us precious seconds. Time is of the essence in our profession, Mr. Vetti. Both of us have been walking a mile a day across the vast and dark world for quite some time, and yet the clock keeps ticking towards Judgment Day. However, there's only one overarching question when it comes to time. How does one perceive and use it? Marco, I see it on your defined and old face of yours that time is starting to slip from your grasp, etching away at your brittle bones every time you step into that squared circle. And every bump you take, every creak of your whole body, time begins to unravel itself faster and faster from your grasp. And yet you still believe that time is catching up to me. Time means nothing to the devil. It's used as a figure of torment to ones he's damned for an eternity in the hellhole of a kingdom he sits atop, watching as the ones that have done the world wrong suffer for eternity, begging for it to end, and yet the clock keeps ticking. If you wish to not have this fate bestowed upon your aging corpse, then I simply implore that this is the fight you do not want to take. You might have been the king of your kingdom for some time now, but your tyranny has ceased to exist for a very long time now. It's time for you to take the false crown off and live the rest of your days in peace. And if not, then the ticking of the clock will still keep ticking. Make the right choice, Marco. Your time depends on it.
Well, I would have liked to have gotten into the next match, however I completely forgot that this bastard Levi Connors had some words to say. But while we wait for Levi to walk down the ramp, I'm gonna make it official right here, right now. In the main event of episode 3, we will see the assassin go at it with Marco Vetti for the second time. Them two killed it in the opening of the first show. Let's watch them kill it again to main event, the third show. But now we wait for Levi Connors to make his way down that ramp and see what words he has for the CTSW audience. I'm sure that it won't be anything we like, and I'm sure nobody will care. But for the time being, I guess we unfortunately need to sit through this.
Now, guys, I know everyone is excited to see me. Shut the hell up. You're all ridiculous. You're all jokes. Wastemen who couldn't do anything in this industry. See, why I came out here is because no matter what promotion I'm on, I'm still the face of association. Not no R-dub, not no stupid Nick Santana. Me. So Phoenix, come on out here and give me a match at City Heist.
You know, I really shouldn't be out here in the first place, since Levi, you are in no position whatsoever to demand anything from me or call me out here for anything, considering that everything in CTSW goes through me. This company runs on my terms. What a shock it must be, Levi, to realize that you are not the most important thing on God's green earth. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I will give you what you want. I will give you a matchup at City Heist. And hell, Levi, I'll give you one better. You will open up the show. That meaning the people can walk through the door. Hell, they can take a little extra time if they wanted to. And they can get you out of the way at the very start of the show. So we can move on with the people that actually are talented. The people that the fans came to see. But hell, you know what, Levi? If it'll get you off my back even more, I'll give you even more positive news. I'm going to put the CTSW Intercontinental Championship on the line. I'm going to give you the opportunity to be the first ever IC champ. But to do so, you are going to need to defeat a very challenging opponent. And that man is, well, why wait any longer? That man is none other than the newest signee to CTSW, the technical prince, Alexander Henry. So at City Heist, in the opening contest, Alexander Henry, Levi Connors, CTSW Intercontinental Championship on the line. So Levi, I hope you're ready to get your big boy boots on. Because at City Heist, you're in for one hell of a challenge, and I can't wait, genuinely cannot wait, to see Alex hold that title up high with honor and pride. And now I'm back on the commentary desk where I belong. But there you have it, the first official matchup for CTSW presents City Heist. Alexander Henry will take on Levi Connors to crown the inaugural CTSW Intercontinental Champion. But now we get to the main event of episode 2. And it's a number 1 contendership where the winner will advance to City Heist to fight for that United Nations Championship. Out comes first another member of the Black Rose Syndicate, the Dying Rose himself, Crash. It's been a full show with the Black Rose Syndicate. Ray Lethal successful in the opening contest. Kojima unfortunately unable to defeat Marty Morton in the second contest, and now in the main event, Crash will try somehow defeat the man that is Crom the Machine. And I gotta say, from a personal standpoint, people who know me, they know my history with Crash. I'm ready to see Crom tear him up. Crom, one of the newest signees, of course, to CTSW. One of the latest signees. Now he's getting the opportunity to advance to City Heist. He's got the opportunity to maybe go ahead and fight for that United Nations Championship. Of course, at City Heist, majority of the first champions will be crowned, which means both the IC, United Nations, and World Heavyweight Championship will all have holders. We'll all have title holders by the time that show is finished. Of course, we know the match for the IC title now. The United Nations title, well, part 1 is right here, right now. And then the World Heavyweight Championship, well, we'll have to wait and see what we can cook up there. But in the meantime, here we have Crom the Machine, and you get that nickname by being what you are, an absolute machine. Crom didn't just get that overnight, out of nowhere. He's made a career on destroying people. He's made a career on being the machine of this industry. And now he has the chance to go ahead and possibly be known as the Machine of CTSW if he can go on and win that United Nations Championship. But I won't fully count Crash out yet. I'll give him his credit, he's improved quite a bit in the ring. As I say that, he decides to run to the outside. It seems that he is afraid of Crom, and I genuinely do not blame him. Crom is an absolute beast. Crash trying to outsmart Crom. But I think that's only going to piss the Machine off more. Super kick by Crash. Yeah, now he's feeling a bit too confident there. Crom, Jesus. Huge clothesline by Crom the Machine and Crash. This is why you don't fuck around with Crom. But wait a minute. The referee is having Crash on there. And Crom, Crom's going to try to steal it for himself. Oh, kick out by Crash though. The referee took his sweet time. Getting to the mat, Crash manages to stop the running neck breaker by Crom. Huge punch there. Crash goes down. Crom off the ropes. Big splash. Now Crom. Deadlift. Military press. The strength of the Machine on full display. There goes Crash. Dropped down by Crom with that military press. Back up to his feet now, Crash though. Knee strike avoiding that. Crash. Layout gourd buster. Crash showing off some good strength there. Now he's got a sleeper hold locked in. I don't know how well you're going to be able to tap out Crom. Yeah, as expected. That isn't really going to go anywhere against someone like Crom. The man is a full-on tank. You can see that just by looking at him. If you know Crom, you know he's a world title competitor. And Crash headbutting. Crom does go down. Crash is trying to fight back, but Crom, just like that, regains control. Oh god. Slammed face first into the mat is Crash. Crom in full control right here. Another military press, and Crom using Crash like he's working out. That's how Crom sees Crash as. He sees him as a joke. He will see Crash as an absolute weakling. Someone who isn't even anywhere near his level, and Crom may be right there. Deadlift into the power slam. Cover by Crom. Kick out at 2 by Crash. Gonna take a little bit more to keep the man down. Crash fighting on behalf, of course, of the Black Rose Syndicate. And well, if he loses here, then him and Kojima are gonna definitely have some words with Seraph. Because Seraph will not be happy about 2 members of the Black Rose falling in the same night. Ray Lethal, of course, is fine. As now Crash lifted up, gets dropped with an Alabama Slam by Crom the Machine. And he's having fun with Crash. There's Crom gonna work down Crash. Puts the foot on the back of Crash and he flexes. That's what we mean. He sees Crash as a joke, sees him as a bottom level competitor. And I mean, if you're in Crom's position, can you blame him? If you're in the positions Crom is in, of course you'd see someone like Crash as a joke, but Crash hits that knee and Crom falls. Crash trying to get that advantage now, trying to get the upper hand, and he's dragging Crom around. Crom goes up and gets dropped down there with a landslide cover. Gonna kick out at 2 by Crom, not letting Crash defeat him. And I think it's fair to say if Crash ends up defeating Crom tonight, that is easily considered an upset. As Crash fires away some strikes to Crom in the corner. Punches and chops raining down on Crom. Crash finally somehow managed to gain the upper hand. He's going to try to stomp away. Arms trapped. Oh, Crom caught the knee. There's the running neck breaker. And I was going to stomp away. Going to cave in the chest. I Crash there with some stomps. Huge right hand. And Crash falls. You hear the scream there from Crom. That yell to the CTSW audience. Crash lifted up. Fighting free with some elbows there. And now Crash drops him down, and that's an Anaconda Vice locked in for Crash. Will Crumb the Machine submit? Wait, no, not a chance. Crumb again out with that submission pretty much instantly. Crash lifted up by Crumb. And now a power bomb to the outside. Crash went crashing down hard onto the floor. No pun intended. As Crumb now to the outside. And now Crash sent into the steel steps. I'm enjoying watching this if you couldn't tell. Crash again tossed right in to that steel railing. And Crumb gonna lift Crash up now. Gonna drag him around the ring. Snake Eyes onto the steel railing now. It's Crumb right in the face of Crash. Crash, I don't even think has any idea of where he is right now. Crumb having way too much fun here. And Crash dropped face first again. This time onto the apron. It's Crumb gonna send Crash inside of the ring. And Crumb's gonna follow through. You know, Crumb working on the armor. Crash there. Up, down, hammerlock back suplex by Crumb the Machine. There's now Crash lifted up, Irish whipped into the corner. Crumb runs in. No, back elbow by Crash. Springboard tornado DDT. And that might just be what Crash needed. A little tornado DDT spiking Crumb on his head. Wait a minute, power slam by Crash. Signature maneuver by the Dying Rose. Off the ropes, and there's that last shot, knee strike, finishing blow by Crash. Back-to-back high offense moves, but a kick out at 2 again by the Machine. Crumb not letting Crash pick up the victory. That was Crash's best move. What more can he throw at Crumb? Sent into the corner now. Crash throwing some strikes. Now Crash, there's a knee strike. And that is the worst cover you could do against someone like Crumb. Because there is no way in hell the Machine is going to be getting pinned like that. Knee strikes to the gut now though by Crash, has remained in control. This time Crash hits that knee. It's Crash. Gonna work on the arms of Crumb now a little bit there. Gonna lift Crumb the Machine up, single underhook, gut buster by the Dying Rose into another cover. This is gonna be it for Crumb. Gonna kick out at 2. And that's Crumb back into control, back into the offense. Irish whip, off the ropes goes Crash. Crumb, oh, bumping into people. Crash now with a super kick. Crumb trying to get a rebound move, but Crash, I think, went a bit faster so he could get into that rebound with Crumb. Bounce off him because he knew he had that speed advantage. Headbutt there by Crash. Now Crash feeling it a little bit now, somehow in the matchup still. Crumb though yet to hit one of them big major moves. And now Crumb, huge elbow strike. Crash went falling. Now Crumb, oh god, why is Crumb in the middle rope? Oh, he's getting down. That was a little fake out there. Oh, runs into Crash. No Crash. Oh no, Guts caught with a power slam there. As Crumb gonna lift Crash up to his feet. Irish whip off the ropes goes Crash. Right into the corner. Off the ropes goes Crumb, and there's a discus elbow. And that's a big move by Crumb. And he's going to just throw Crash to the other side of the ring there on this leg alone. And now just going to stomp on that elbow. Crumb did not go for the pin though off of that discus elbow. Crash slammed in the corner and tossed around. I think Crumb wants to have a little bit more fun with Crash before he puts it to an end. Crash sent into the corner yet again, and now Crumb runs in, this time hits that clothesline. As Crash gets lifted up, Crom just gonna drag him around. Crash does not know where he is. Now Crom, oh, back elbow by Crash. Dig some more knees into the midsection of Crom the Machine. Maybe Crash, if he can somehow get one more big move in, maybe that could be it for Crom. Maybe Crash could somehow pick up the victory. I'm gonna drag Crom to the ropes now. Oh god, Crash using them ropes to his advantage. And that is an Alabama Slam, an inverted one at that. Crom, just like that, back in the matchup. Now Crom, oh, but Crash catching the kick. Gonna throw a jab, throw a chop, but no Crom. Oh god. And that's a pile driver by Crom the Machine. He's gonna look down at Crash and now he's gonna go for the cover, just admiring his work for a second. And that's it. Crom the Machine, off one simple pile driver, managed to get the job done, and now Crom advances to CTSW City Heist to fight for that United Nations Championship. We will find out who his opponent will be next week as we have another qualifier match. But for the time being, Crom can enjoy his win over Crash, and now he can look towards City Heist and City Heist alone, where he has a chance to pick up some gold. Crash, I mean, I'll give him this, he put up a fairly decent fight, but Crom would not take that much damage. Crom would refuse to stay down for too long. Crash, none of his offense was enough to keep Crom down for more than a minute. Crom the Machine, too powerful. There was that discus elbow. And Crom picks up the win. But thank you everyone for tuning in to episode 2 of CTSW. We will be back soon enough right here on the Association for episode 3, where we already know the main event is the Assassin versus Marco Vetti, as we build towards, once again, City Heist. But for the time being, Crom, enjoy your victory, and we will see you in the next event.